Well, here in Nigeria, the Director General of the National Blood Service Commission, Dr. Omale Amedu, says more than 90% of health facilities in Nigeria are engaging in unregulated blood activities. And speaking at a press briefing on the implementation of the blood service regulatory policies, Amedu says all blood establishments, including healthcare facilities, need to be regulated and coordinated. The Commission is now asking all health facilities involved in blood transfusion and components separation in Nigeria to register with the Commission within 30 days from today or face sanctions. He's also urging Nigerians receiving blood or blood product transfusion in any health facility to seek for the NBSC seal.
We as a Commission cannot continue to allow people to transfuse infected and or expired blood to our people. No blood shall be transfused anywhere in Nigeria without the National Blood Service Commission seal of accreditation. Anyone receiving blood or blood product transfusion in any health facility, be it federal, teaching hospitals, FMCs, general hospitals, and others, including private hospitals, must ask to see the National Blood Service Commission seal on the blood. No service seal on the blood do not accept the blood because it is not safe. Consequently, all federal government hospitals, FCT health facilities, private hospitals, individuals, and international health facilities involved in blood transfusion, blood component separations, and apheresis in Nigeria, and for now, starting from the FCT, are within 30 days from today requested to comply and get registered with the Commission or face the sanctions provided by the National Health Act 2014 and the National Blood Service Commission Act 2021.
Well, let's hear from the man again, Dr. Omale Amedu, the Acting Director General of the National Blood Service Commission. Thank you so much for coming on the news tonight, despite that press conference. When you say the blood is not safe, is this all about having a seal of accreditation from your commission? Because Nigerians are wondering, we've been having blood donated and we've been receiving, and now we're hearing the blood may not be safe. We are having
90% of
unregulated blood activity. What exactly are you talking about?
What does that mean?
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
Good to see you.
You know, blood is life. And without blood, there's no life. Therefore, when you are dealing with human lives that has no spare part, we need extra caution. What we are saying here is that blood to be transfused to any human being or any Nigerian should be safe and of high quality, in line with the fact that, you know, there are several infections in the system that can be transmitted through blood transfusion. So before the blood is taken from somebody, there are a series of tests carried out. And before a recipient is given the blood, there are also series of tests are carried out. And we ensure that this blood complement themselves as a match before that's transfused. And we also ensure that there are some infectious diseases like HIV, AIDS, hepatitis B, syphilis, and all those. In some other countries, there are more infections that are detected before blood is transfused. But here, for now, there are 4 basic transmissible infections that the WHO says they are mandatory for them to be tested. Now, this testing are done with in different forms. Most of the health facilities, they use what we call the rapid screening. And when this rapid screening is carried out, it's not able to detect some of the infections. And so we say, look, the new testing method now is through ELISA or higher technologies. And we say, look, get this properly screened with ELISA screening machines. You don't have to use rapid screening because it will not give you what you want.
Okay.
Now, it is true that most of the hospitals, they use both rapid screening and ELISA screening. However, our point of regulation are based on the fact that Nigeria needs a coordinated approach to have a single phase of blood transfusion, which means there should be a single data and statistics for the country Nigeria. And the only way we can do that is to make sure that everyone that is involved in blood business is registered. So we can have We can know how many centers in the country that are into blood business and what level of blood service are they providing. Now, our act is very straightforward in this area. It says we are to regulate, coordinate, and ensure that there are blood available for Nigerians. Right. We are not providing blood per se, but first, those that are providing blood services want to make sure that they are doing the right thing.
Okay, so are you going to be providing alternative, blood banks where Nigerians can actually say, yes, indeed, since this, it's owned and run by the NBSC, I can go to bed with both eyes shut? Because there is always a compliance issue, and I wonder you just read the Riot Act in that report. What measures really would you be putting in place to ensure that those who don't comply, face the music?
Thank you very much.
Right.
Now, to get this blood screen with the high-tech equipment is very, very expensive, capital intensive, and we know most people that are interested in this business may not be able to afford. And the federal government has gone ahead to provide high-tech equipment in the 6 political zones of the country, and more are coming. And we're also going down to the state to make sure that each state and then each local government has that equipment in place so that they can have a central place of screening for those who cannot afford, but those who can afford and want to invest in, they should ensure that they do the proper thing. First, we need to know how many people are involved. We need to know what level of activity they carry out in terms of blood transfusion or blood service provision. Then we also want to know the level of investigation or tests that are being done. And then, so that we don't end up, instead of saving lives by giving blood, we don't end up giving more disease to these patients. Right. And it's the responsibility of the federal government to make sure this is safe for Nigerians.
But you've been, your commission was, inaugurated not too long ago. What exactly are your findings so far? Because we need to understand how serious really it is, this blood business in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. In 2021, between November, December, and January this year, we've gone around about 315 hospitals in FCT. And I can assure you, even though none of them is on our register as blood service providers, but our findings were such that they need to actually be regulated to enable Nigerians to have safe blood. So we are concerned about the kind of blood that's been given out. It's not just because, now I tell you that the Commission has been a national blood transfusion service before. And because there were no legal framework to enable us to regulate, we couldn't. People were just doing what they wanted to do. And that's why the federal government thought that, look, this is a very critical part of health sector, of the health system. And therefore, there's a need to make sure that that service is properly regulated.
Okay, 2 quick things. You gave an ultimatum of 30 days of face sanctions. What exactly would those sanctions be? And when you also say Nigerians should ask to see the seal of accreditation by your commission, how do we identify the seal?
Thank you very much. Yeah. Again, in 2021, we sent out an information from an advert in 3 Nigerian newspapers telling Nigerians that those who are interested in blood service, they should please indicate that we want to help them in whatever way to make sure that they provide safe, quality blood. The responses were very poor. About 2 months ago, we had a national sensitization where we called all the stakeholders to a meeting and say, look, we cannot come to go this way. There's a need for us to do the proper thing. And they were all agreed that it was necessary to do so. Okay. But as I speak to you, less than 1% of those involved.
So what would be the sanctions? Because we need to wrap up. What would be the sanctions after 30 days, and how do Nigerians recognize the seal? What should we look out for?
The seals is like a stamp seal on the blood unit, which is boldly written National Blood Service Commission. Okay. So any blood unit to be transfused should have that seal on it. It shows that we are sure that that has been in line with the required testing and with the required parameters to ensure that we have safe blood.
Does it have an expiry date?
The blood?
The blood, yes.
Blood has expiry date, yes.
Okay, what's the window, really?
Look, each pint of blood, between 25 and 30 days.
Between 25
and 30 days expires. If it's not transferred within that period, of course, the red cells lies or they get broken and become something else. I
still didn't hear the sanctions you're going to make out after 30
days.
The
sanctions are clearly...
Are you shutting them down? Are we going to have less?
The sanctions are clearly defined by the Act.
Okay.
And it varies from closing them up to fines and to imprisonment.
Okay.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Omale Joseph Amedu, DG Nigeria Blood Services Commission. Well done for what you do.